Will the truth ever come out with a smear campaign? With a smear campaign, you want to ignore it and you want to continue to live your life. And the people that actually know you and the people that actually like question that are the only ones that you actually care about. The ones that just blindly believe a smear campaign, let them go. They're not friends at all. Is it good to block them on social media? Yes, 100% block them on social media. They will never say sorry. It will be there no way. Yeah. He called me a covert narcissist, flipping it around on you all the time. He could fall asleep straight after an argument. 100% because you don't matter. The other day, a narcissist cares about themselves. So like I could be like laying there in bed and my wife could be crying after an argument. And my thought process is I got to get sleep because I have to show up for work in the morning. So that sleep is more important than actually caring about my wife. See the difference? Like it all flips. I started to sing Eminem, Lose Yourself in the Moment every time I think of him to reprogram my head. He said he was cut off from his emotions. Do they ever change? They don't change if they're not willing to be honest. If you're in a relationship without someone who's honest, vulnerable, showing consistent change, you're not in a relationship. I feel like I'm playing a chess game, trying to get out. All of a sudden, he's super agreeable and wants a divorce very quickly. Could this be a type of love bombing? What should I watch out for? If he's super agreeable and wants a divorce quickly, go for it. Run after it. Might mean he has a supply and they actually are pushing him to actually break up with you. I posted a long YouTube exposing what my narcissist did to me and he discarded me. What about daughter is narcissistic? Love her, but it's hard. So like a big aspect goes back to like childhood of what actually happened in her childhood to push that. And then what does actually need to happen now to be able to have that acceptance of who she is, to actually be able to open up to her, to actually be able to like, hey, I'm here if you want to talk. Being able to have that so there's no shame there. Here's my husband. I know all the signs, planning my exit strategy. Absolutely. That's what we help people and guide people through on a day-to-day basis. Like if you're curious about what I actually do and how we actually work with people, go to escapetoxicity.com. You click the link in the bio, escapetoxicity.com, click on the 7-day challenge. Like we have that there to help you actually get free, to like break free of the trauma bond that's keeping you stuck. What if he's telling others he is changing? So doesn't matter. Show me, don't tell me. Okay. Words are cheap. So you need to understand, you need to see a difference in him. And if you're already separated, I would say follow through with any divorce and then move on from there. My ex told me he would marry me the day we broke up. He said he would the whole day. Yeah, 100%. They do this all the time. He said he was cut off from his emotions. Did he ever change? I just answered that. I think my mom may be narcissist. She plays victim for abusing me as a child and sends people after me. Sounds like you need to start setting up some heavy boundaries and even go no contact. I'm having a hard time convincing myself he is a narcissistic emotionally, logically. I get it. I don't talk to him. We have a daughter. He is involved, but emotionally, my inner child won't accept it. So, Nadine, one of the things I would suggest is go to escapetoxicity.com and start that. Okay. It's $7 for a 7-day challenge. Start the process of understanding what is actually going on there. You'll get an email. If you want to work with me one-on-one, you can click on that. Like we can actually talk. But like at the end of the day, we have to rewire the mindset, the thought process is going through your mind, because every day you're going to get triggered. You're going to go down the same emotions and feelings. That's going to lead you to a story that you're going to believe that's completely false, but your emotions and your logic is going to try to believe it. Okay. 3 years after the breakup, he's still harassing me weekly. Will he get bored of me eventually? Typically, no. I would say like, is he getting a reaction from you? Like, is the phone calls or the text getting through? Is there something happening? Because a lot of times they will stay stuck if they're getting a reaction. Okay. Might as well go into therapy for 6 months. I see nothing. He says I'm just negative. Nope. You can go ahead and leave. Like seriously, like if you're at the point where he's been in therapy 6 months and you see nothing, probably you staying is only going to enable it even more. Like you need to go ahead and leave and get out. And then you actually see if he's actually going to change, because typically you'll leave and narcissists will get out of therapy. Well, didn't work for them, so why should I need it for the next person? Because I'm not that bad. Glad I didn't go back. He cheated on me too. That was too traumatic to me. Is it better to block? What if they come back? It is better to block, and you don't want them to come back. You want to block and then you keep moving on. Do narcissists crave chaos? Narcissists create chaos. So yes, feels comfortable. When everything's peaceful, it feels weird. When we split, I blocked him and had depression from not talking. Yeah, 100%. Reach out, because that's exactly what we work on. Why can't I stop trying to get even with the narcissist? Showing proof to the wife in July, then October, just in March. The only person that can hurt him is his wife leaving him, want him to hit rock bottom and feel the pain. So the wife, if she hasn't left after you already said anything, she's not going to leave. And you're wasting your time, and you're also robbing yourself of the healing, because the narcissist is still controlling you. You need to understand, like, this piece of like, well, I want justice. I want this to be able to work out. I want to be able to like show this or whatever. You understand he's still controlling you. 100%. You have no power. You have no control of who you are. You have no confidence in who you actually are because you're so bent on getting back and getting revenge that you're robbing yourself of healing. This is the thought process that we have to help rewire. Do they change? Do you bring them back or change alone? A narcissist isn't going to change with you. There has to be a break. What does it mean if I haven't heard from my narcissist in a month after being discarded? It means you need to block and you need to start working on yourself. Like what do you actually do? Okay, I'm not talking to you in particular, but everybody. Like, what do you actually do to work on yourself every single day? Because what we work on inside of Raw Motivations, inside of the communities that we have, is we actually work on helping people develop systems in their life every single day to invest in you. Guarantee you there's a lot of people on either one of these, like we're on like 4 different channels right now, but like on several of these channels that do not have a systematic process of investing in yourself every single day. You cannot look at the past month and say, hey, out of the past month, every single day I invested X amount of time in fitness, in meditation, in journaling, in a lot of people don't have this system. And as a result, they keep living life by default and they keep wondering why they're not getting out of doing the same thing over and over and over again and still feeling alone after they've been out of the relationship. This is why we have escapetoxicity.com. This is why I work with people one-on-one inside of our Thriver community. It's to help people actually build the practices to be free, to know who they are, and to continue moving forward. I teach people the same exact stuff that I practice every single day that changes this, the mindset, the thought process. The same thing that helps me live not triggered and not going back to those tendencies every single day is the same thing that helps you get you free. That's the truth. Rewiring the mindset. Since I've come across what narcissism is, it's mind-blowing. Now everything makes sense. 100%. Almost a year of no contact and still getting random text messages saying hi, not saying it's him. Yeah. Leaving for Spain back to the USA, giving back in a month and have no clue. Can they hoover that far away? Yeah, 100%. Mine discarded me after 7 months with no contact. I see him now in passing when driving, and he looks away as if I did something wrong. It's to make you reach out, okay? So it's trigger you. It's a really great way to do it. Like, it's a very manipulative. It's a very good way. It makes a lot of people respond. Makes me bad, so now I go the long way around. Awesome. Like, go the long way around so he doesn't trigger you, okay? They don't care. They won't care. Yep, absolutely. Differences between NPD and BPD in your perspective? Short answer. BPD has a little bit more of self-harm and a lot of times will bring about more like threats of offing themselves, killing themselves. And they deal a little bit with more of the depression piece and also with the BPD. Oh, what's the other thing I was going to say? BPD, a lot of times it engages more on the emotional side. But yeah, there's like some like quick. There's a lot more to that. Okay, so don't just take that and run with it. But there's like some quick things. Affairs and manipulation after 20 years, but he says he doesn't need therapy. But I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. Just like that's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, and you need to be able to understand. Like you need to be able to step out of that. Okay, if he doesn't need therapy, like he doesn't love you. He's proved that for 20 years. Okay. This is where we start walking you through the process of changing the story that you believe. Because if you're not careful, just that, and I'm not picking on you, but just that story will start to ingrain in your mind. You'll start to think, maybe he doesn't need it. Maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe this could work out. And you lock yourself into another 20 years. I have a hard time because I have CPTSD and I know how childhood trauma feels. I know narcissists are created and I feel empathy for their inner child. People with NPD are so shunned. They're so shunned because they also aren't willing to work on themselves. I'll work with any narcissist. I meet with narcissists a lot of times. The thing is, the majority of them run from it because they don't want to actually embrace the truth of who they are and work on it. I can give them the tools and say, hey, this is how you do it. The majority of them run from it because they're too afraid to actually work on it. They're too self-consumed, self-absorbed to actually work on it. At the end of the day, you have to be careful that your empathy doesn't make you weak because you're getting sucked into a toxic relationship where you no longer value yourself. Why they give the children the silent treatment? Because your children don't matter. At the end of the day, they're probably giving the children the silent treatment so that they get what they want from them. Or they get them to chase after them so they feel better. Why does the narcissist man want you to chase them? Does it feel good to them? 100%. Narcissists want you to chase them. Grieve the person in the beginning. Yeah, I mean, you're grieving the death of a person that never existed. 100%. How'd you face yourself? What motivated you? So one of the things, one of many, I've got a couple of videos on YouTube about this. One of the things that I think helped me confront the lies that I believe was going through Wake Up Warrior. And in that aspect, it actually brought to light the lies that I had to myself, the lies that I was telling myself that I didn't view as lies. Like one of those, simple, I'm a good person. That was a lie. Because I was cheating, I was lying, I was gaslighting, I was abusing. Like there's all this stuff. But I was in my mind, I had to be able to say, I'm a good person. Everybody probably deep down wants them to come back for another round of it. But knowledge is key. Knowledge is key, but knowledge doesn't break you free. You understand, a lot of people know about narcissism, but they are still stuck because they haven't put into work to actually change the mindset. Is this guy a survivor from a narcissist? No, I am a narcissist. I am the one that did the abuse, that was emotionally and mentally abusive to other people. And I'm on this channel to provide awareness, growth, healing, and change, and actually help people understand that you can actually break free, that you can actually break out. Do the traits come out so much while drinking alcohol? A lot of times they do. Not always. Can you explain the benefits of triangulation for them? Up the ante, get better supply from other people. Then you can't tell us how we feel. I'm telling you how to get free. It's your choice if you want to accept it. Totally fine if you don't believe me, and totally fine if you don't care. You're not the person I'm trying to help then. He keeps calling me and saying he loves me, but he doesn't want to be with me. Yeah, so right there, just understand by the actions, he doesn't want to be with you and he doesn't care about you. Are they capable of love? A narcissist is incapable of love while they still have the mask up, while they still have the ego. Keeps them from actually being able to move forward. All victims think they can save these people. Yeah, 100%. I know, I do the work. Awesome. Glad that you do the work. Why would a narcissist still spy on your social media after the discard and send friends to do it for them? So a lot of times is this aspect, is a skewed up aspect. Doesn't even logically make sense, but it's this aspect of like knowledge is power. So if I actually know what's going on with you, then I have power over you, even if I'm not doing anything. That's just like the thought process. I have to do the work because I'm stuck also. Annette, yeah, absolutely. Annette, if you haven't, check out the escapetoxicity.com. Like that challenge has been starting to get people free. That and the clarity challenge that we have. Like we try to like actually walk people step by step of how to actually get free. Dealing with health issues. I had 2 major surgeries, dealing with the covert narcissist. I'm in full-blown love bombing, but the trick's up and it's hard to play neutral. Thank you for great insight. Yeah, absolutely. Develop panic attacks, tendencies while I was in a toxic relationship. 100%. Happens all the time, unfortunately. Might use fake accounts sometimes. Why is it so hard to accept that they never really cared? Because you're still believing a story. You're believing a lie. And the thing is, until you actually change the story that you believe, you won't change that mindset. Okay? I feel like I'm addicted to the games he does, and I'm aware, just not sure how to break it. Reach out for help. Either jump in the 7-day challenge that we have at escapetoxicity.com. You can talk to me at rawmotivations.com. Like, reach out. Like, this is how we actually work on breaking people out. That addiction piece that you're feeling is a trauma bond. That's the piece that's locking you into the relationship. Hope, potential, cognitive dissonance, intermittent reinforcement, all that binds together that makes you feel like you can't get free. Okay? If you guys haven't had a chance to be able to check it out, escapetoxicity.com. We got the link in the bio, 7-day challenge for $7. Like it's there to be able to help break you free. There's like 30 some videos in there and a step-by-step progression to help you understand, to help you actually start to break the ties. Can you put yourself in other people's shoes? I can understand people's situations, but I don't feel it. Like I don't emotionally connect. Like if your dog just died, I don't emotionally connect with that. I can understand it because we had a dog that passed, but I'm not going to like cry about it. Like I'm not going to get caught up in that. And that's what helps me actually engage with you in like a one-on-one or inside like our communities to help you actually break free because I'm looking at it from a different perspective. Is stalking type behavior common with narcissistic people? Yeah, 100%. Me in 1 year, no contact. I'm still stuck. I'm going to do a 7-day challenge soon and buy the drill. Yeah, no, absolutely. Jump in. If you want the digital version of the journal, like if you're a digital person, if not, then buy it off of Amazon. We got a new one coming out. You can't see it. It's like over there. We got a new one coming out, but we're going with a different publisher so we can actually launch it cheaper. I'm trying to actually do the new book, From Regret to Gratitude. It's done. We're just stuck in publishing right now. We're trying to actually get it so we can actually publish it for free. You just take care of shipping, but that's also we can try to get more content out. We're trying to adjust a lot of stuff inside of Raw Motivations to try to put more information in your hands. We've actually got a third book that's going through edit right now. Hope you guys have a blessed and awesome day. If you hadn't had a chance, check out escapetoxicity.com. If you want to work with me one-on-one, go to rawmotivations.com. Would love to be able to help you guys in your process, in your healing. My goal is I partner with every single person out there to try to help take you in your healing journey to a growth mindset. That's the only way you're going to get free and continue moving forward. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great and a blessed day, and we will see you guys next time.